Good morning. I'm your host, Amy Elston, and with me this morning I have Chase Ward. So Chase, you graduated in 2013, and you kind of took a different route in life and ended up opening up ministries in Kenya. So I was hoping you could kind of tell us about that this morning.
Yeah, so in high school, I really had a call and passion to go to Africa, but I didn't know what that looked like. So I came to the University of Sioux Falls, majored in biology and chemistry. I thought I would go the route of going to med school, becoming a doctor, and God had different plans for me. So I started working in the hospital after I graduated, went on a couple other mission trips to Haiti, Juarez, Mexico, Jamaica, and it still wasn't Africa where the Lord had called me. And so as I was working in the hospital, one of my coworkers asked me, would you ever want to go to Kenya? And I was like, questioning, like, why would she ask that? I knew she was Kenyan, but she had seen some of my other mission work and just asked the question. She said, my mom runs and owns a school over in Kenya. Would you go over there and check it out? I said, okay, I'd be willing to go over there and help out. And so 3 months later, I was on a plane to Kenya, not knowing anyone over there, not knowing anything about Kenya, but just decided to go.
Okay, so how long did it take to get Simba Ministries set up? I know you said you had started out very small with about 20, and now you're at about 200, 300. So. Yep.
So we first started 2 years ago, the sponsorship program, where we sponsor kids with the school that lady runs. So we partner with the school. First started off with 20 kids, and now we're at 200. So in about 2 years, we've come a long way.
Okay, and so what does inside the walls of the ministry kind of look like? Like, what is an average day?
Yeah, so we mainly focus on 5 points. We focus on our sponsorship program, our buildings projects, our widows and orphans, our health and wellness, and then our last point is our stewardship. So everyday life, we meet with the families that the children need the sponsorship. We provide medical care to those kids, to those families. We also look to try and improve the school with different buildings. So we built a $90,000 cafeteria, and that's just an amazing story in itself. So,
do you mind telling us a little bit about the sponsorship program?
Yeah, so to sponsor a kid usually ranges from $180 to $435, and that's based if they live at the school or if they're a day scholar. So if they board, it's the more expensive. If they just come every single day, it's $180. But with that, the kids get a place to stay, meal, free tuition, and they just get a chance to have a Christ-centered education. So that's what we're about at Simba.
Okay, good. And then now since you're here, who's over there running the ministries for you?
Yeah, so we have our director of the school and then also the manager of the school, which are Kenyans. They do a lot of the work for us, and we compensate them with a salary. So.
Okay, sounds good. And then also, how many teams do you usually send over a year over there, and what do they do?
Yeah, so in January, our medical teams go over there, and then we have in May, our FCA sports athletes and also teachers go on those trips, and then in November, we have our vocational Bible school. So we usually send about 3 a year.
Okay, well, sounds good. But
Yeah.
It looks like that's all we have time for today. So thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
All right. All right.